The Rugrats really were a figment of Angelica's imagination. Chucky died a long time ago along with his mother. That's why Chaz is a nervous wreck all the time. Tommy was a stillborn, and that's why Stu is constantly in the basement making toys for the son who never had a chance to live. The DeVilles had an abortion, and Angelica couldn't figure out whether it'd be a boy or a girl, so in the end she created the twins. As we're all grown up, the teenage Angelica became addicted to various narcotics, which further aggravated her schizophrenia, bringing her back to her childhood, and thus her creations she obsessed over. Because of time lapse between the present and the last time she interacted with her creations, she made them older. Angelica was constantly taking hits of acid, so she would never have to live without her creations, who were her only company. In a judgmental world, Angelica's mom actually died of a heroin overdose, and Drew, in his depression, married a gold-digging whore that Angelica idolized, because she fooled herself into thinking it was her real mom, but always had a concept of her mom, Cynthia, and took a Barbie doll and made it after her mom's image, wearing an unwashed orange dress and having jacked up hair, which is why she was so attached to it. Later in life, she followed in her mom's footsteps with drugs and everything, dying of an overdose at age 13 when All Grown Up was cancelled. The only Rugrat not to be fictional, however, was stillborn Tommy's brother Dill. However, Angelica didn't know the difference between Dill and her creations. Although Dill didn't follow her commands, after endless crying and refusal to disappear, like the others did when Angelica was angry with him, she hit him. Due to this, he sustained a brain hemorrhage, which resulted in deformation as he grew up. His damage only became more evident, and by the time he was 9 and all grown up, he lived as an outcast, being ridiculed for his weirdness and retardation. The immense guilt over this is what led Angelica to her drug use, and what led Angelica to uncreate the Rugrats briefly, until her experience with hallucinogenics. On a trip to Paris to find love, Chaz married a woman named Kira. He was actually going to marry a different woman named Coco, but she just wanted him for his money, who had a daughter named Kimmy that was torn from her because she was a cocaine addict. Angelica imagined her from Kira's stories. He lost his mind after the death of his wife and was in denial that she was ever a prostitute. Upon return to America, Chaz and Kira married and she got her green card. It was actually a really happy and romantic story. Kira continually struggled with addiction, but was relatively happy with her life with Chaz. Susie was actually Angelica's only friend, who entertained the thought of Angelica's creations. For her sake, Angelica spent the last days of her life in the back of the school cafeteria, imagining friends around her and playing with the lives of her creations.